Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to see about support and resistance. In price action trading, I would say support and resistance are the core concepts. The very important concepts are support and resistance. Without that, technical analysis is incomplete, I would say. And in this video, we are going to completely understand what is support and resistance, how support and resistance are formed, and why, and what are all the different types of support and resistance we have. So it will be very informative video and interesting video. Please watch the video completely without skipping. You will get something out of it. Okay, first we will understand what is support and resistance and how it is formed. Okay, so let's assume we have a stock called ABC and the stock is trading near 100 rupees. Let's say 100 rupees is the starting price, IPO price, and the stock is moving towards slowly it's moving towards let's say like 200. So here we have 200, and let's think from the buyer's perspective, right? So a person who bought here and now he's thinking this is a good price, he already made a very good profit, and now he want to sell the stock because he want to book the profit. So what will happen? Then the stock will slowly go down. Now those who missed to buy at this point, right? So they will be start accumulating, they will be starting, they will start to buy from this level again. And those, let's assume from seller's perspective, those who accumulated here and did not book the profit, right? They will be scared to see their portfolio, right? It will be again from 100 to 200, it rallied, but they didn't book the profit, but again it went back to the original price. So they will be waiting for the price to come back to the same level or somewhere near to that level, and then they will be booking their profit this time, right? So it will start going down again. So that's why, like, this is the distribution zone or the resistance zone where the sellers will be selling. So this is the resistance zone. So once the price moves near to this zone, all those sellers who missed to sell, they will try to book their profit, try to sell their positions at this place again, and again price might go down, right? It will go down, and this time again the buyers might think second time. So for let's say like there are bunch of people who missed this rally first time, and then they missed the rally in the second time as well. So right now they might enter at this place itself. Let's say this is 140, so they don't want to wait till 100, and they might enter again. So again it will go down. Now this became new support zone, right? New support zone, and this will be like a resistance zone. So whenever price comes here, again they will might sell. So this is how typical like support and the resistance zones are getting formed. So it's what it indicates. Basically it tells us the psychology of the human, right? So when we say like buying, selling, it is not like one or two people, right? It's major crowd of people, bunch of people selling and buying at this market at a different zones. So it tells us the psychology of different or major crowd. So majority of the people think at this point that the price is at a very good price to sell, to book the profit, and this is a place where majority of the buyers are thinking that this is very good price to buy this particular stock, right? So they started accumulating at this place. So it all tells us the psychology, the crowd's psychology, and this is how the different patterns are getting formed, right? So this is the resistance line or resistance zone and the support lines, and these technical traders usually follow this support, the previous swing high, low, all these things, because of the same reason. This is the crowd's psychology which tells us where to sell, right? And this is not 100% like it will work every time. So that is not the case in trading, especially in technical trading. No indicator or no pattern or nothing gives 100% assurance that this will work every time, right? So these are all like the probabilities. So this might happen, and sometimes it might break this. So we have seen many times, right? So it will break at one point, and then we will see like it will have a chances of retesting, and then it will go up. So it's all like a probability. So what are these different psychologies, right? So when we buy here, whenever we reach 200 level, we have the psychology of fear, the feeling of fear. what if the price goes down from here, I should book the profit. Fear. And once we get into this level, we started buying. The buyers will enter into this level, that is FOMO. So they don't want to miss out this opportunity again. So fear of missing out. So whenever the price comes back, then they will be jumping into that trade, right? So they will be buying more and more. So, and it will go. So that is how the different traders psychology are driving and forming the different support and resistance levels. And for traders like us, it is very, very important to understand what is the support zone, what is the resistance zone, and how the support zone is getting weaker now. So all those things are very, very important for any trader, be it a day trader or a swing trader or positional. So whoever, it is very important to understand this support and resistance zone. This is very, very important concept in price action trading. Now let's understand the different types of support and resistance. Now before I enter into the next topic, a small test for all of you. So just pause the video and think for a minute and just type in the comment box what are all the different types of support and resistance you already know. And at the end of the video, you can compare like whatever I show in this video versus whatever you typed. So is there anything like different or any new learning for you? So we can just have a comparison. So it will be interesting for sure. Let's continue the video. Okay. And as per my knowledge, my experience, there are 7 types of support and resistance we have in the market, right? So the first one, I would say the previous day high and previous day low are a type of support and resistance. Now I'm going to show you some examples so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, I'm in Nifty's 1 hour chart. If you see, this is 13th June 2022 chart, and let me put the drawing here. So this is the high and this is the low. The next day, so this is nothing but PDH, previous day. On this day, 14th June, the PDH value is this one, 15,886, and the low is 15,686, around 686, yeah. And this is PDH, previous day high, and this is PDL, previous day low. And we can see on 14th June how these levels are respected. It opened down, right, and it didn't close below the previous day low, and it started rallying, but near to day's high, the previous day's high, it started reversing, and then again it took support from the previous day's low, and it went and closed neutral, and it was respected even the next day also, on the third day also, right? So the previous day high will be this level for 15th June, and it was trading in the same zone. And the next day it was opening, the previous day high and previous day low was in a very narrow range. Even though it opened higher, it was not able to close, it was not able to take out the high, and it closed below the trading range of PDH and PDL, and it broke this level, and then you can see how much steep fall we had. So usually the PDH and PDL will be respected in sideways market. That is very, very important. So we should know which support and resistance type will work in which type of market. So in trending, the PDH, PDL won't be that much effective. But in sideways trend, it will have lot of value. It will respect the PDH, previous day's high and low. Like that, we can see multiple examples. I'm in 7th March time frame, and we can see the PDH and PDL within that range only. Next day it was working. That was after the trending move. We can see clearly it was having clear trend, and then it was in the same range for a couple of days. So PDH and PDL will work during the consolidation phase. Now what is the next type of support and resistance, which is swing high and swing low? I mean, again, Nifty's 1 hour chart. So first we will understand what is swing high and swing low, right? So swing high and swing lows are usually the turning points from where market took a turn in a major trend, right? So we can see minor trends like multiple like ups and downs, but the major turns are here, right? So this is the swing low. Let me put a line here. So this is major swing low and this is major swing high. So near to swing high, we started going down. And now this will be the new swing high. Let me reset this here. So this is the swing low and this is the swing high turning points, right? And we can see market was trading like from the swing high, it started falling and then continuously it is going down. But we can notice here exactly near the swing low, it started consolidating, right? And then it started moving higher. This is the swing high and swing low, which is very, very important support and resistance we should consider, especially for any major trend reversals. This swing high and swing low is very important to understand, which indicates the change in direction. And we can see multiple different examples, like, and in swing we have major swing, minor swing. So this is like another example where we can see it started taking. So this is the swing low and this is the swing high. In the this is the minor swing, right? So the major swing is here and this is a minor swing, and from here we can see it started going down and then it took support here. So because we have one more minor swing and then it started going down, and one more swing low we have, and exactly from there it started taking support and it started moving here. So these are the like different swing highs or swing lows where it usually takes the turns, right? The change in direction will happen. Now let's look at the third type of support and resistance, which is the trend line or channel. Trend line and channels are the most popular and widely used supports and resistance techniques. Most of the people are aware of this. The example I will show in the Nifty daily chart, we have this trend line and we know how well it was respecting these levels, right? So here this trend line was beautifully, it was working and it was reversing from exactly from that point. Drawing the trend line and identifying the trend itself a big topic, and I'll try to make a separate video on this. And we can see like it is in a different, the channel also we can see it was in a channel from here, and it was between this channel again, once again from here. So we can see completely back to back Nifty was making a trend, and yeah, right. So it was so this is I mean different trend lines and channels. So we need to so it needs some experience to understand these different types of movements and draw the trend lines and the channels, and accordingly we can see how beautifully it was working and it was taking support, and near the trend lines I mean channels, top of the channel it was taking resistance, and then exactly from this level it started bouncing back. So so these are like very important to draw these trend lines and channels properly, and then it will so we can see how beautifully it was working out, right? Support and resistance, and again here it started taking resistance. There is one particular trend I remember in my past. I was trading on this particular case where it was in the range in this channel for almost 4 months. I remember February to May it was continuously in this range, and exactly here I took long position and I was in a very good profit, and so I remember this this particular trade was beautifully worked out, and I made a very good profit in this particular channel breakout trade. And one very, very key point I just want to highlight in this particular trade setup. So whenever the market is trading between when within this channel and it gives a breakout on either side, the more it consolidates or more it trades between this channel and then it breaks out, the more it will rally either side. So if it is in this case, we can see almost it will be equal to the length of this channel. So whatever how much ever the length, the similar length we can see it will rally. That is like least we can expect, but it has to consolidate in this channel for a long time, then the confirmation will get good confirmation, because this is the accumulation zone, right? So people are keep buying whenever there is a dip, people are keep buying. So definitely when there is a breakout, it has a lot of potential to rally on the higher side. So the more it consolidates within the channel, the more higher chance, and it will give a very good rally once it gives a breakout. Okay, let's look at the next of support and resistance, which is gap border. Again, this is one of the popular support and resistance which everyone is aware of. And let me take you to the chart. So again, I'm in Nifty's 1 hour chart, and I'm taking the very latest example, because in the recent time it was continuously making gap ups, gap down. So let me take from this example itself. So here we saw a good gap up trade, and then it started moving higher, and then the next day we saw gap down. The moment it started filling the gaps, we can see how it was reacting, right? So it was trading within this range, right? And after giving a gap up, exactly after giving the retrace, it started taking support. So the gap filling. So gaps are very, very powerful, and it's not always like gap has to be filled. There are some different conditions, different types of gap. Again, this is another major topic. We need to have a separate video. Usually, like, not all the gaps needs to be filled, but in general, we can see when it retraces, it acts as a very good support. If it is a gap up opening, when it retraces, the gap will be very, very powerful, and it will get support. It gets support here, right? And we can see in the similar opposite way. So here we saw gap down opening from here, and when the price reaches here, it started facing the resistance. Once it fills the gap, it started facing the resistance, and here we have another gap, and it was going here and there in this particular day. This was, I think, the expiry day, last week's expiry day, and the next day it did not open flat or near this range. Otherwise, it would have faced resistance again here. It opened gap up. It much beyond this level it opened, and then we saw it took as a support, and then it started moving higher. After opening huge gap up, it started coming down, but the next day, I think the following day, when it reached this level, again we saw the support, because it was having the gap border, and it started taking support from here and then reversed, and it was working fine for next couple of days. The moment it started breaking, we saw how big the fall was, right? So gap borders are very, very powerful, and we continuously see gap ups, gap downs, and those will act as very strong support or resistance. And in multiple scenarios, we have seen this, right? I hope this is clear till this point. The next type of support and resistance is moving average. People are surprised, at least few people are surprised that moving average is again a support or resistance. Is it? Like, I will show you. So moving average is also very powerful support or resistance in trending day. So let me take you into this example. We can see it was in a downtrend, and we can see it was taking resistance in the trending day. So in the trending move, we can see moving averages are very, very powerful. Let me take some other example also. So I'm in Nifty's 5-minute chart, and we can see how well it was working in the trending move. Continuously, it was trading below the moving average, and whenever it reaches near to this moving average line, it started going down in the trend. And in the consolidation phase, this moving average doesn't give good results, right? We can see prices are fluctuating, and it was playing around with this moving average. So it does not work with in the consolidation phase, right? And again, in the uptrend also, we can see it was taking good support. Whenever it touches the moving average near to that line, it started bouncing back again. Let me show you multiple examples. We can see here in the consolidation phase, it was not working out, but in the trending moves, it gave a good support or resistance, right? So moving average is another type of support and resistance, which is again a good support and resistance technique. Okay, what is the next type of support and resistance, which is Fibonacci level? Fibonacci also will act as support and resistance. I will show you in the example. And this is one of my very, very favorite support and resistance technique which I follow. So let's see a couple of examples here. Okay, again I'm in Nifty's 1 hour chart, and this is from the very latest day. We can see this is the low formed on 17th June, and let me start the Fibonacci levels, how much it retraced from the recent low to recent high. So the recent low is 15,191, and from there it rallied till 15,699, 700 range, and from there we can see exactly it retraced 61.8%. It retraced, and this is known as very strong support. So out of these different retracement levels, 38%, 50 and 61, these are the three different levels where most of the time it will retrace and take support. It's not always, again, nothing is 100% sure in trading, as we know, technicals or whatever indicators, it has a higher probability, that's it. So, and in this case we can see exactly it retraced 61.8%. Now let me take some other example. Okay, now in this scenario we can see this is swing high, this level is swing high, which is around 17,370. Let me mark here, and this is swing low, right? So this is swing high and swing low. Now let's say from here it continuously started falling down, and we need some clarity, right? So from here, how much it can retrace? Let's look at the Fibonacci from here to here. If I take the Fibonacci, look at this. So exactly at 38%, it started facing resistance from here. So we see here resistance first time, second time, third time, and then the next day it started opening gap up, and then near 61% it started facing resistance and then started falling. So we can see how powerful, right? So 38%, 61%, even 50% retracement also. So basically these three levels between 38 to 61%, we have strong resistance in this case. Like this is a downtrend, so we will see resistance, and then the trend continues on the direction of the overall trend, right? So Fibonacci is again very powerful support and resistance. Let me show some other example also. Okay, we can see here one more example. From here to here we fell down. So this is the swing high. Sorry. So this is the swing high and this is the swing low. From here to here we fell down, and then the retracement was, in this case, it was still 61.8%, and then from there it started falling again. Okay, and after this fall, how much it retraced from here? It retraced, I mean, from here we saw it was a retracement of 61.1.8%, and from there again the fall was almost 61. So there is one more retracement level. I just disabled it. Let me add that also. So it is 78 points. So these are the different Fibonacci levels, right? So 23, 38, 50, 61.8, 78. So most of the time it will take support within 38 to 61.8%, this range, and sometimes it might retrace further more, and it used to take support at this level also. In this example, that's what happened, right? And some other example. So this was one of the major swing high and swing low, swing high, swing low, and we can see 61.8% was acting as support multiple times. It was breaking and coming back again, and it was giving quite good support at this level, and then started rallying. All right, so this is on the Fibonacci retracement level support and resistance. Next support and resistance, which is psychological level support and resistance, which the name itself tells what is that. Let us see a couple of examples. Okay, let me remove all the drawings, and let's put a line on let's say 15,000. Okay, so exactly, okay, almost 15,000, and we can see the psychological level also was acting as a resistance, right? The price started facing resistance near the psychological level, because it is, people get nervous, right, when the market reaches to the psychological level of like say 15,000, 14,000, 16,000. It used to create some pressure. They used to feel little fear that what if it returns from this psychological level. So you can see multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4, 5 times it was hitting this resistance, and then once it gave a breakout on this, it started giving a good rally. Let's say how many times we saw resistance near 16,000. So here in this case, not exactly near to 16,000, but almost 15,000, 950, 930. So that is the range it started facing resistance, and not one times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 6, 7 times it was facing resistance, and it had a very good consolidation. And after giving the breakout of 16,000, we can see how big the rally was, right? So psychological level also acts as very powerful resistance, support and resistance, and may not be exactly to the complete whole number. Nearby we will see a lot of actions near to the psychological numbers. Okay, so that's it on the psychological level, support and resistance. And so these are the 7 different types of support and resistance which I am aware of, and I follow all these different support and resistance at different times. And now just compare the different types of resistance support which you commented, right? Against that you can compare, and I hope at least something was new for a few people, and maybe for the experienced people, they might know all these different types of support and resistance, but this would have given some rough summary or some refreshing all those knowledges in one video, right? So I hope it was useful, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, and we have a Telegram group. Please join the Telegram group as well, and share with your friends who are into the trading career, right? Thank you so much, and we will meet in another video.